Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back, and that means that you are too, the last bastion of quality.
Can't help yourself, can you? Do you do that on purpose just to annoy me?
I do, because I know you're waiting for me to say it.
I'm not. I'm like, maybe he'll forget. Maybe I don't have to hear him say that.
The last bastion of quality talk radio.
No, I got thinking about coffee with that coffee sale over at Smith's Tuesday, Wednesday. So they're...
You'd like to get coffee out?
I do, and I like the smell of it. When you walk in, you know, the roasting. When I was a kid, I used to like the smell of roasted coffee. Then I tried it, and I went, what is this stuff? But then I hit the middle and had coffee ice cream. I said, here's a happy medium.
Yeah.
You know?
Coffee ice cream I can't stand.
No?
No. My father used to get that all the time.
What is it too? Coffee. Why don't you just...
Coffee. I hate cold coffee. So why would I want to eat? It's like eating. It's like drinking cold coffee.
So you know where you can mix the coffee ice cream, maybe with some pistachio, throw some chocolate and some nuts in there, and a few brownies and hot fudge. How's that? I think that's like a gift.
That's not good for the brain. I was watching something on YouTube.
Brain freeze?
Yeah, no. Me and my YouTube stuff, and then I'll watch stuff on health, and then invariably I get over to the brain people, right? And they say all that sugar and everything, it just rewires your brain, which could be part of your problem.
I don't know. There's case studies, and then there's my mom, who's 90.
Who eats refined sugar.
Her 4 food groups are the same as ELF. What is it? Maple syrup, candy corn, candy. And she's doing great. But
that's good. Well, hey, we got a new guest to the show. Not a new company. He actually works for Rubberstone, New York. And instead of having Natasha on, it's Jacob Eichten. Did I say your name right?
That's right. You nailed it.
Oh, good. Yeah. So every once in a while I get lucky, Jacob.
Yeah.
So you're the office manager and you do sales over there?
Yeah, you got it. I'm out there on the phones.
Nice.
So are people still like calling, or is it like winners here? We're done.
We slowed down quite a bit, but there's always that last little bit of, hey, can you accommodate me? I would love this to be done before the snow flies, but we are pretty much done for this season.
So when we asked Natasha, what's Rubberstone? She goes into this thing that's like in the RAM of her brain, and it's a flexible. She has this thing. So if I ask you, what's Rubberstone? How do you answer that question?
Well, it's a bonded rubber granule system. It pours in place to create an edge-to-edge durable rubber carpet. And that's great for anywhere from vehicular use to around the pools or anywhere you have to walk or stand.
Rubber carpet? She's never said that.
No.
It gives you a sense of what kind of maintenance you're going to have to do.
I got to be honest. He's more articulate that way.
Yes, that's it. So sorry, Natasha. I know you own the place, but if you're listening, you might have lost it. So automotive, really, the garage is what we're talking about, really?
Sure. That's the main. Most of our work does tend to be taking care of the old concrete here in Central New York, and garages are a key place for it.
Yeah, a lot of cracks and things like that. Why don't we take that mic and just put it up just a little bit in front of you? There we go.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be the podcast king.
Yeah. So pools are done. Pools are done, right? Nobody's doing a pool anymore.
Nope, we're all done with that one.
Okay. So when people do a pool, what's the advantage of having it and not just fixing the concrete?
Well, not just fixing the concrete. We can put together those slabs that are not looking at the right level anymore. But having it soft on your feet, having it several degrees cooler throughout the year, and you can also be hosing that down, so it's got evaporative action because it's a porous overlay. So that means water passes through it, and that does mean that you can get it to be real nice and cool and soft on your feet for those pool parties.
Now, Tom, and maybe I'll ask both of you, is that the same product? Tom had a sidewalk done. Is the same stuff that's around the pool the same thing that does the sidewalk? Or
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, more or less. It's really just a 3-ingredient system. We're just blending rubbers at different densities, and different applications have different ideal mixes.
I might have had some of that polished stone in there, too. Which probably wouldn't be great around the pool. You probably want to go all rubber around the pool, right?
Oh, that's what we advise these days. Yeah.
Because you don't want
flake. What's the stone called? I forgot what it was called. There's an added. There's
The Sierra Stone line.
Thank you for making me. Thank you. I was struggling there. So Tom, you never have to shovel again, right? Because you have that.
Well, no, I do have to shovel, but when the sun hits it, there's something that happens, and the snow kind of melts off.
Yeah, it's a great solution. It doesn't form black ice either, since it is that porous surface. So anytime it melts, it goes right in there. It's not going to form on the surface as that thin, treacherous layer.
And one of the things I was concerned about in the wintertime was that the snowblower might dig it up or something, and it doesn't. I don't even have a nick in there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So, do you use your snowblower, Tom?
I try. I got to get a new one this year.
Isn't it time to have your son do that? Isn't he like strong enough?
He is, but yeah. Now my snowblower's skunked for this year. So now you kind of change directions and get in the house, right? Because rubber stone can be used in the basement.
Yeah, you got it. So we do a lot of basements this time of year, and the Sierra Stone, actually, the product line that's the bonded river granules. We emphasize that really well because it's such a great way to take care of a garage or a basement and all these interior spaces, and we can fill them right up and get that work done even when the snow's flying outside.
So if someone wanted to, if their basement floor is unfinished or the concrete, either way, if it's good or bad, this goes over that, right?
Yeah, you got it. We can encapsulate. So if you've got existing rough surfaces or tile or whatnot, we can take care of that. Just bury it underneath a layer of this material. It cures to walkability within 24 hours. And then you've got this beautiful natural stone surface that's basically a moisture.
Oh, that's pretty nice. So if somebody had like old linoleum down in their basement, you wouldn't rip it up. You would just go ahead and go over it?
It depends, but in general, we have a really low prep needs. We're able to take care of things with pretty minimal intervention and get going.
Yeah, when I had my house, Tom knows I put a floor.
Parquet. You had a parquet
floor. It was a lot of work. It was way beyond my skill set. I had some friends help. Here's how you do. Okay, got it all down, and I don't know. 6 months later, there's a flood.
Yeah.
Okay, so the floor is total garbage, right? You rip it all up, and you start over again. If I had a product that wasn't hardwood floor, what would happen to the rubber stone products?
Sure. Any of those bonded granule carpet systems are just going to get wet, and then the water is going to drain through them. You clean it up with a shop vac if you got anything remaining, a little deck brush if there's anything you gotta brush off of there. But in general, it gets wet and then it dries out.
And that can't go up the wall, right? It's not like a waterproofing thing, right?
It's not for waterproofing, no, because water does pass through it. We're not fighting nature.
Okay.
We're working with it, kind of a jujitsu move. That's why it's great. A lot of that flooding up in Baldwinsville, we got a lot of calls that next week, and we're taking care of people's problems. Nice. They'll never have to worry about that again.
Something that concerns people is the amount of time it takes to get something done. So we're getting into the holiday season. People might want it done. Are you down in the basement for 2 weeks?
Oh, no, it's typically we're done within the span of a week. Frequently, it's a lot less than that, but you budget for about a week's worth of time not having that garage or basement space in use.
That is perfect, yeah. And even if whether your basement is completely finished or if you're going to get it finished, should you get the floor done first before you start putting up studs and things? Or
hey, when you're doing project management, sometimes it's just a matter of who calls you back first and gets in there. We can do it either way, really.
Oh, that's nice. So you're flexible. Hey, you're flexible. The products.
So people can see it. We're talking about it. But if they want to see it, they can see it at Rubberstone, New York.
Yeah. Well, rubberstoneny.com. I believe.
That's the in New York. I abbreviated Tom.
Yes.
So yeah, don't go to what I said. Go to what Tom said. Rubberstoneny.com.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of the pictures there, and I've seen Tom's sidewalk actually, which is pretty cool.
So Jacob is there. He's in the office. He's very well spoken and knows the product inside and out. So you can call him, and he'll take care of your sales needs and explain the product to you. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Hey, thanks for having me in today, guys.
Awesome.
Pleasure.
All right, that's rubberstoneny.com. Check it out. Coming up next, we're going to talk food. It's Jake Hafner, a staple here in Syracuse, right off the Taft Road, owner of Hafner's Restaurant on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.